Hello and welcome to Rooted in Courage. I'm Erin and I'm so glad that you're here. For today's ASMR Reiki session, I will be pulling an animal oracle card. I just got a new deck that I'm excited to share with you, and I'm trying this background out. Thank you as always for being so sweet in the comments, and thank you for understanding about external noises. I do live in a noisy apartment complex, so just thank you for all of your kindness and understanding, and for being here and for subscribing. If you enjoy this video, if you enjoy energy work, feel free to like this video, let me know, comment, and yeah, just sending you so much appreciation. So wherever you are, I invite you to land here in this moment with me, with this community, and feel into how your body feels today. Is there any tension, tightness in your muscles, any pain? Really just allow yourself to be with it, not judge yourself for it, and invite breath to those places specifically. So, this video is going to be about, excuse me, about our perspective of things and choosing to see things differently, choosing to see them in a different light, in, maybe a wider perspective, a wider lens than we usually do. Just to help broaden our vision around a certain situation or area of our lives. Will also be a very just grounding, body-centered, heart-centered practice as well. So settle in and we'll get started. Have a seashell here. I cleaned it as best that I could. I got some wax and ashes on it, but I cleaned it with some, like a salt scrub, so it's nice and smooth. Okay. Taking our tea light. Some wooden matches. So on behalf of my and yours and everyone who will be watching this video, it is my intention to conduct a by proxy distance Reiki healing session, specifically to help widen our lens, invite in any perspectives that we hadn't yet thought of or seen, and always just root and ground back into love, into collective healing, collective liberation, collective sovereignty. So that we may heal ourselves, our communities, our planet, the water, the rain, the forests. Maybe taking a look and setting any intentions you might have for the session. And allowing it to be done, to already have it and feel it in your body as if that intention already has manifested in your life. So, I have this spray that I made, eucalyptus and spearmint. It's my go-to. I'll spray it all around you. Bringing in the element of water, of clearing away any old stories, any old limiting beliefs. Drawing the Reiki symbols over you now. Seeing the bear animal guide, and it's the perfect time to share with you this new card deck. And this is a pretty popular one, so you may have seen it. It's the the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck by Kim Kranz. So I'm going to find the bear. I love the way these sound. Here's the Bear Oracle card. It looks like this bear is looking out, maybe finding their own new perspective here. I also just heard from my therapist the other day that I think it's either black or brown bears, I'm not sure which ones, won't meditate, or won't hibernate, but instead go into this like deep meditative state. I forget if it's brown or black bears, but I feel like that ties into what we're talking about here today too, of like slowing down, meditating, going inward in order to kind of shift the perceptions of our external world, and knowing that we have the ability to do that we have the freedom and the space to look at something differently. And oftentimes when our worldview, when our perception is super small, it's an opportunity to ask, like, how can I expand my awareness in this moment? Like, what am I being asked to look at differently? And also just honoring those times where our perspective, our perceptions are super narrowed, that like it is just part of the process, there's nothing wrong in terms of like, we don't have to make ourselves feel bad about it. Like, there's gifts in everything, and there's real power in just sitting with what is and holding space for anything that comes up in your life, and meeting it with curiosity, with love, with the knowledge that it will pass, the knowledge that it's not permanent, the only constant is change, kind of thing. Let's really breathe into that. Yeah, I'm seeing like the sun coming up over the horizon, right? Like, no matter what, like a new day comes up, even if the darkness is so dark at night. Like, the sun comes out in the morning and it's another day, another opportunity to meet anything that comes into your life with love. Before we read about the bear, I just bought this juniper. It smells so good, so I wanted to light some. I don't know if it makes any crinkly noises, but kind of. A little bit. It's the first time I'm using juniper. It smells so good. It smells like similar to rosemary, but it's like a mix of like pine and rosemary and cedar. It smells really good. So I'm going to just trace this all around your body, clearing away just any judgments of where you're at in your life or the things that you're going through. When we add that added judgment on already difficult situations, it really compacts it. It really limits our ability to see things clearly if there's that layer of shame. Excuse me. I'm just bringing in this juniper smoke with the intention of clearing away that which is not loving towards ourselves and others. Honoring the darkness, honoring the dark periods of our lives and the gifts that they give us, and knowing that there's nothing wrong with us for needing to take time to go inward, to unlearn certain patterns. You know, we're all doing the best we can with the knowledge, understanding, and awareness we have. Giving yourself permission to grow, giving yourself permission to see things a different way, knowing that is your birthright. You are so loved, so supported. The world is lucky to have you in it. release the pressure of needing to have it all figured out. Got some tiger's eye. So pretty. And then some jasper, some red jasper. Really just rooting into different perspectives, perceptions, knowing there's so much more than we can see, and it's so wonderful. It's your intuition is a place of joy and love, and just really honoring maybe any time in your life that you felt like your intuition is something to be feared. There's a bird agreeing with me. Let's look up the bear. And also, just when I was doing that, a shark came up, and I think there's a shark in this deck. So let's look up the shark and the bear. Bird really wants our attention. Where can you hold space for what is calling to you in your life? What can you honor? Who is calling to you in your life? So this says the bear. The bear means waking from spiritual slumber and beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of the spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. When in balance, this means inner strength and yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, heaviness. to bring into balance movement and exercise. I love that so much, especially just the spring that we're on the cusp of. How can you move in your body like you love yourself, as Yoga with Adrian says? Like, how can you move with the lens of love in your body and with the lens of understanding for yourself and your process and your transformation? I'm also going to look up the shark, which I think is in here. Okay, the shark. Directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky and destructive. To bring into balance, honesty. I feel like when it comes to the level of what we were talking about with perspective, like I feel like it takes a level of needing to be honest about and give space to the beliefs in which we are still acting out in the narratives and the stories that we play out in our daily lives in order to have the ability to look at it differently, right? Like, we need to be honest about what it is and how it is that we are perceiving something, to be able to give it more than just that one lens, if that makes sense. I just want to send Reiki healing energy to your hands now. Placing my hands in yours. Seeing this image of like sailboats sailing off to new horizons, and just made me feel really excited for all of you. Like, you're setting off on a new journey, and you might feel like you aren't prepared, but you are. You have all of the tools that you need, and you have a strong sail and supplies, and you got this. Even if you hit rough waters. So just taking a moment to honor yourself for this time that we spent together, taking time for you, coming back to your center, honoring all of the animal guides and all of your guides that showed up, my guides. And just really holding you in so much love, so much support. I look forward to hanging out again next week. Yeah, I will see you soon. Namaste.